the lone highlight from the Patriots-Chargers game. A touchdown to Pop Douglas, and so much can be said. It's all-go special. Opportunistic adjustment. Fantastic catch. And a terrific throw and read. The Chargers linebacker jumped the gun. They quick snap the ball. Drake's off and running, making a read. Go through his progression here. It's a check on the coverage to Douglas. Peek at the middle of the field. Then back to Douglas, who's going to come in underneath his cover and the safety, making a nice adjustment to a ball that was going to be on that hash. And this play is all-go special. It is a staple in any West Coast offense. And one of the best things about how they ran it was that it showed growth, specifically in how the quarterback and the receiver, Douglas, communicate at 12 yards, where there's a little peek after the safety rotation, so Drake and Pop can get on the same page. And this kind of communication is hugely critical in an era where what you see at the snap is not what you're going to see after the snap, and on a play like all-go, where your middle two routes, a special seam and a special cross, are both coverage variable. Because the Chargers are going to come out and cover 2, but what they're really in is cover 66, a nickel variant of a 2-high package. And that means the safety at the bottom of the screen is working in concert with his underneath coverage, carrying the target north like a man defender after it's been delivered to him, while the safety at the top of the screen is acting like a backstop. He's covering the inside-outside leverage on any threats that come from that trip side. So what you're actually seeing here isn't like cover 2 at all. It's actually like cover 2 on one side and cover 4 on the other. The net effect of this is that communication is very intensive, because these two seam routes are variable and are meant to target one safety or the other. And we've seen this before. The play I'm talking about, of course, happened at the end of the Rams game, and it is the exact same all-go play run from a tight, close version of that formation, where Douglas is going to drive at the middle of the field with a special seam. You're going to have this cover 2 variant, and he is going to overrun it completely, leading to an interception. And I noticed this missed opportunity immediately and posted about it on Twitter because I've seen it 100 times. We can look at the Chiefs here with Mahomes and Travis Kelce and how they use this 12-yard peak to split in between coverage. Could go back even further than that to Sean McVay with the Redskins, and you can see this 12-yard peak is used to come in underneath coverage. And this is an almost universal all-go adjustment. It's how you can have a play where Drake Maye is under pressure and he's sort of falling backwards, and then he and Demario Douglas hook up at this landmark as if they were psychic. And the coverage doesn't matter. And what the coverage doesn't matter, because that's the magic of all-go. Diagrammed here is the trips variant that they're running in the highlight I was just showing you. But it's part of a large family of plays, because this version of all-go is the exact same play as this version from a reduced set with 2 wheels. And it's the same as this play, the most basic looking play, because all of them target the defense in the same way. And this boilerplate version of all-go might look like something a kid drew up on a napkin and might look crazy vertical, but it's actually a horizontal stressor play loaded with adjustments and different variations meant to attack coverages where they aren't. And this is really the offense Alex Van Pelt was hinting at earlier on in the season when he said Drake Maye was a run-and-shoot quarterback. We're talking about attacking 4 quarters of the field with adjustments. Some of the more basic ones would be, for instance, if your quarterback comes down and press, your wide receiver is going to have the leeway to run a fade. Why? Because it's going to create horizontal separation between that corner and that safety, giving more leverage to your inside target. Now, a very good example of another common adjustment, and one that is similar to the one that Pop Douglas had to make. If a safety rotates from single high back into 2 high, your middle seam guy is usually going to have the ability to bend in between the coverage. And the principle is going where the coverage isn't, so you're splitting the safeties. Another common adjustment that's in that family would be for a big tight end, is to sort of bend and then stop or have a sit down if a linebacker rotates underneath the safety. And these kind of plays are so ubiquitous. Any given Sunday, when you see a high-octane offense or a comeback, this is usually what you're looking at, or some component of it. And it comes in all kinds of flavors. You have cross verts. You have switch verts. You've got scissors verts. All sorts of variations of wheels verts. And then tons of versions that play off of hooks, the sort of kid sister, but they are all the same play. The play drawn on the back of a napkin by a kid. And that includes all 3 versions that we've seen the Patriots run this year. And it's an awesome step forward to see that Douglas is making this sort of connection with Maye, who can then comfortably under pressure, read off the field, get the ball out where he wants to go, ahead of the defense.